Today we're going to talk about a recent case result that we had, and we love bringing these videos to you guys so you can really see what happens with the police in South Florida. Luckily on this case we had body camera footage because when we were hired, our client said, "Hey Adam, all these bad things happened to me," but when we read the police reports, of course, we don't hear anything about any of this stuff. It makes it seem like we have two totally different cases. So this video is a great example. Sometimes when police officers make mistakes, treat people wrong, and luckily there was body camera footage. So the first part of this video shows our client. He's outside. This is the Cheetah Gentlemen's Club in Hallandale Beach, and he had been there for quite some time. After a few hours, got into some kind of dispute, argument, discussion. They asked him to leave. Our client said, "Look, I'll leave if the police tell me to leave." So they called the police. Police come in, and you'll see in here, client's nice, he's polite, he's respectful. He actually gives the cop a bro hug. They hug it out. He says, "Absolutely, no problem, I'll leave." And what does he do? He walks around the corner. He starts walking through the parking lot to leave where he's staying at the Best Western Hotel across the street. Easy, no problems at all, de-escalation of any potential conflict.
So now that Mike said he doesn't want to talk to me, so whatever. So now I'm willing to go and do whatever you ask me.
Just please go get the best restaurant at the best.
Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're quite welcome.
Thank you, nice sir. Appreciate that. All right?
Yes, sir. Have a good night.
All right?
Thank
Be
you.
safe, guys.
Thank you so much. Much appreciated.
That went a lot smoother than I anticipated.
No. He switched his game.
So now what you'll see is the police officer really not trusting or believing that our client is walking to the hotel, and he kind of quickly walks around the corner to spy on our client, to watch him, to make sure that he's going. But not just that he's going fast enough for this officer's liking. He sees our client with his phone in his hand, stopping to text, and starts screaming at him, yelling, saying, "I told you to leave, move, go," yelling at him, intimidating him, and most importantly, interrupting our client.
Sir!
That away.
I know.
No, you're not walking, you're standing still. You said you were, no. You walk. If you don't leave the property, I'm going to take you to jail.
I'm actually
No.
the property.
You're not leaving the property, you're standing here. I'm giving you a lawful order to start walking. Sir, I'm not going to ask you again. Start walking or you're going to jail.
I actually walked
Sir.
across.
You're standing still. Sir, see, when you stop walking, text when you get off the property.
He stops and he says, "Whoa, you're putting your hands on me. I'm gonna film this." And one of the other officers, she says, "Sir, go right ahead. We're all on body camera," right? So to me, he took her for her word. She gave him permission to pull out the phone and film, right? When he said, "Hey, I'm gonna do this."
Let me record this.
Oh, that's not a problem. You're being recorded by 4 other cameras.
Sure.
All right, come on. Sir, please.
Sir,
Please.
No, we're not doing it. Put your hand behind your back.
3 seconds go by and he gets frustrated and says, no, we're not doing this, and starts taking him down and arresting our client. And you hear, kind of a struggle and kind of scrapping. But what you also see is a plainclothes civilian bouncer who looks like he's straight out of The Godfather, right? I mean, this guy, look at him, look at the way he's dressing, like he's some, Don Corleone type of guy. And he's there and he's assisting in the takedown. So you have a civilian bouncer who's not trained law enforcement is helping 3 officers tackle and arrest our client and handcuff our client. And you actually see him sweep the leg like he's Johnny from Karate Kid. What you'll also see or hear is the cops with their infamous stop resisting, while they're tackling somebody, pummeling him, putting their legs and feet on him, and really, face first into the dirty, asphalt ground while they're yelling, "Stop resisting, stop resisting."
mind the thing.
You all doing a live recording.
Sir, we were on body camera. Everything's been recorded.
Listen.
And you're going to jail.
Turn around.
For what?
Trespass after warning.
Like, I'm literally right across the street. I'm walking across the
No,
street.
you were not walking across the street.
Actually, yes.
Sit up.
I'm right across the street.
You're gonna sit up now, okay?
Yeah, sure.
When you guys grab a car?
If you want, whatever. Okay.
Sir, I'm not gonna ask you again. Start walking or you're going to jail.
I actually.
Sir,
Hey, come on.
you're standing
Come on,
still.
come on, come on. Here,
What do you mean?
listen, you gotta get off the property, okay?
I am.
You gotta keep walking.
I was
Stop
texting.
walking. Text when you get off the property.
What do you know?
Text over
Let
there.
me
okay?
record this.
Oh, look, that's not a problem. You're being recorded by 4 other
Sure,
cameras.
sure, sure.
All right, come on, listen. Keep moving. Hey, keep moving.
Hey, listen.
We're not doing
Wait, how you do that? Wait. No. Police officer being.
Get your hands.
Stop resisting, stop tensing, stop resisting.
The phone.
Alright? Stop tensing and stop resisting.
Put your hand behind your back.
Okay.
You were given enough chances.
Why
Father,
is
will
it?
you use his arm?
Whenever you're ready. I think I split my
You. You know, I was doing a live recording.
We're doing a live recording.
We're on body camera. Everything's been recorded.
Listen.
So here we are in part 3 now, last part of this video. My client's already been arrested, body cameras are still on, and what are the police doing? They're having a little powwow together, but not just together, they're talking with Don Corleone wannabe, the bouncer, a civilian. And what are they doing? They're laughing, they're joking.
He wasn't going anywhere unless the cops told him. You guys told him to leave. He refused to leave.
We stopped numerous times, at which time he even stopped, took out his phone and tried to record us.
Absolutely,
Sorry,
officer.
He met every single criteria to
When you asked me for assistance, I tried to do my civic duty and comply, so I wouldn't be charged with a misdemeanor. I took you down with. Yeah, I know. You know what took me down? The trailer hitch.
Yeah.
The trailer hitch.
Because when I took him down, the trailer hitch was right there.
And I went boom. And then of course my shin was across his wrist, right, Marshall? I had my shin across his wrist, and I grabbed his phone.
You gotta stay away from him.
I'm just
Because he's tall.
yeah. So I
saw like 4 people around him, and then as soon as I could see my there.
The young male police officer doing fake WWE moves, like bragging about the way that he body slammed my client on the ground.
you guys no, I'm on.
So, you know, as you're watching this, think about this, right? What would you do if this was you or your family member that was in this situation? How do you think the police, reacted to this? Do you think they acted as professional police officers trying to de-escalate a situation and use their brains, right, and their skills? Or did they just come in, get impatient, use brawn, right, use muscle instead of brains? Because in my opinion, that's what happened here. You'll hear one of the officers say, "Hey guys, are we off? Are we off?" Right? And what she's talking about was, are we off our body cameras? Did we tap it and turn them off? And they look at each other and go, oh no. And then you see this, and then the video goes silent. Okay? One officer was cognizant of them being filming and the rest weren't. So what happens when police officers manipulate body camera footage? What happens when they turn it on and turn it off? So we only see little snippets, right? And these are things that in my cases, since we've had body cameras, have been a big deal. Luckily on this case, the police, they forgot to turn the cameras off, okay? And so not only did we see them take down the client and make something bigger than it had to be, but we also got to see them laughing and joking and manipulating and talking about, what their story was going to be as far as why they did this. Client hired us, and after some hard work, the prosecutors actually did the right thing. Got to give credit in this situation to the prosecutors. They fully dismissed all the charges. It wasn't easy. It took us a long time. We had to go up through the chain of command, and we were ready. We were pushing forward with a trial. We were ready to go, but luckily they did the right thing, and this case was dismissed. I wouldn't say it was justice, though, because I don't think my client ever should have been arrested or had been in this place to begin with. But at least we took care of it for him. We got him a great result, and and we move on to the next case.